Now, my next guest is best known as the French maitre d' on Channel 4's First Dates. But now, Fred Sirieix is back with a new series where he sets out to discover the world's best restaurants. And Fred joins me now. Do you like the setting? Is it to your satisfaction?
I love the setting.
Fred?
I love the setting. Is food coming?
No.
We're not going to have a breakfast or anything?
Yeah, we're just pretending.
I could have Egg Benedict now.
Thank you, Sound. The show, it's probably the most perfect show for you, I think, Fred. Remarkable places to eat, because it's not just about hospitality, it's about location, memories, talking with people, why they love the place so much. And we see Dermot speak about somewhere he's very passionate about.
I mean, it was very interesting to go with Dermot, you know, because normally I go with chefs to this destination and they show me their little black book and their favourite restaurants. But Dermot is not a chef. He doesn't work in hospitality. But he's naturally very inquisitive, he's very curious, very intelligent. And although he was worried about not being able to know what to do in these circumstances, the only thing he didn't know is about the back of house, the behind the scenes, the operations and how they run and the supply chain. But he was extremely knowledgeable. He was such a fun trip to be with him.
And some wonderful food.
Oh, the food was incredible. I mean, I'd never been to Puglia. It was my first time, and he took me to these three incredible places. And there was one place where he went, and the owners there, they described their hospitality, their style of hospitality as coccolare. Now, I don't know if you speak Italian, but coccolare in Italian means to give people a hug. So it's kind of a hugging hospitality. Never heard that before.
Oh, lovely,
and for me, that's what made this restaurant stand out compared to the others.
There was another special moment in the series where you headed to Burgundy.
Yeah.
And that really stands out, I think, for you.
Well, it was very emotional because Michael Keynes, who I went with, went to Burgundy in 1992 to start his training in France, and I did exactly the opposite. I went to London to start my training in a 3 Michelin star at the time. And so kind of our paths crossed. So, but he went back to where he started his training, and I went back to the France that I left. And it was so emotional, you know, we cried, we hugged, it was such fun. And, you know, to discover all these places, because there it was about, you know, we went to Bernard Loiseau, which was, at the time in 1992 in France, one of the best restaurants in France, if not the best restaurant in France. And the chef used to say, this is the top du top, le top of the top. And we were there in this place where the quest for excellence has never stopped. And that's what it's about, it's a quest for excellence.
What are you like in the kitchen? Like at home, I mean, away from TV cameras and everything else. What are you like as a cook?
I love to cook. I love to cook, and I mean, mainly because I was brought up in France, and my parents cooked French, and I did a catering college, and I learned how to cook. You know, it's all about French food. So 95% of my cooking is French. So I just cook off the cuff. And I love it. I love cooking. I'm very organized, and yet Fruitcake, my partner, keeps telling me, you know, that I'm making a mess, and she goes behind and she huffs and puffs, and she wants to clean up. Are you like that at all?
I am a little bit, yeah.
What's going on?
It starts to annoy me. Yes, I'm watching the mess gather up. I'm like, ah!
But you've got to have a little bit of mess when you're cooking. You can't just cook without, you know, getting utensils out and having flour everywhere. You got to do it.
You mentioned Fruitcake there. Your partner, you know, it's your loving name for your partner. Let's just clarify that. Yes, we love that as well. There she is, indeed. There's lots happening for you right now, Fred, and there's another wonderful show on the horizon, Ultimate Wedding Planner. But you're judging this one.
That's right, yes. It's on BBC Two. It's with Sarah Davis and Raj Sumaya. So basically, it's a competition. And it's to find the best wedding planner in the UK. So there are 6 weddings and 8 competitors. And they battle it out to win the title of Ultimate Wedding Planner. That's
stressful, because I'm guessing a lot of the couples will have different versions of what they want for their wedding. So you're battling against the couple, never mind everybody else.
Well, I mean, we have a responsibility, because these couples, you know, they want to have the time of their life, you know, as well as their guests. So it's a real responsibility, but we are here to judge professionals who want to be seen as the best.
Yeah.
So really, we can't take any prisoners. But it was really an incredible learning journey for all these competitors, because they learn so much along the way. And I think for me, that was quite transformational for them.
Yeah, no, that sounds great. I love anything to do with the wedding, really, and the odd ups and downs of the planning.
I mean, the great thing is that the weddings are all different. So there are 6 weddings, and they couldn't be any more different than they are.
Very good, very good. Well, that's coming up too. And hopefully more first dates. For me, you are the backbone of the show, Fred.
Oh, thank you.
I really mean it. And I'm guessing for everyone coming through those doors, just to see you kind of makes it feel like it's an event at this point because you're so synonymous with it. But it's moving. It was Manchester, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah. And we are in Bath. We filmed the 10-year anniversary series.
10 years.
I think that the series has just been transformed because of the location where we are. There's so much history. I mean, the city dates back from the Roman. It's so beautiful. All these old stones, you know, it's very romantic.
Well, they say it's one of the romantic
but
places
it is.
in the
You just
UK,
have to walk in the street and you realise how romantic it is, and people take the time. You know, there's a lot of pedestrian area in the city, and so you just feel like you are in the countryside. You feel you can take the time to live. Really, really nice. And the restaurant was beautiful, and we had some amazing daters who were really looking for love, and really they were there for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to make. I mean, the series is fantastic.
I love it. I love it when you see them get in the taxi at the end and you know they're actually maybe going to stick together. And then, of course, maybe we find out they don't,
fact,
but still, they tried.
We were in. I was in a hotel there to do the filming, and in the morning I got up to go and have my breakfast. And in the hotel restaurant, there was a couple that were on the date the night before, and they both had very responsible job. They were quite shy on their date, but here they were, you know, with their hair wet, you know, having their breakfast. I said, "Hey, how are you?" He said, "Oh, we're so grateful, we're so happy." I said, "Yeah, I can see."
Well, there you go. It works after all. Thank you so much, Fred. Remarkable Places to Eat. It returns on Monday, 9 p.m. on More 4. Send our love to your wonderful diving champion daughter, please. She's going to be part of GB in the Olympics, as far as I'm concerned. So please send her our love,
Well,
won't
I'm
you?
going to see her on Friday. She's in Berlin now for the third leg of the World Cup. So she's competing on Friday, on Saturday and Sunday. So fingers crossed.
Fantastic. You can bring her with you next time. Would love to meet
will.
her. Thank you so much,
Thank
Fred.
you.